What's up, family? How you doing out there in the interweb? I am KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Y'all know that. Real quick, thank you once again, as always, to my man, my brother Byron Riley, CPA, for sponsoring this show and a couple other shows for this month. Visit his website, ByronRileyCPA.com. Once again, ByronRileyCPA.com. Give him a call, 832 303 3995. Once again, for those doing the replay of it, audio format, 832 303 3995. Family, family, family. Solo, how you doing? What's up, my man? X-Ray, how are you? Thank you very much. Rockets laid an egg Wednesday night in Memphis in the FedEx Forum. My man, my colleague, who I've known for a long time, KDC, what's up? How you doing as well? Thank you for chiming in on this Thursday night, Friday Eve, or if you're in New Zealand, like my man Terry, it's Friday already. Jonathan Fagan said it was the worst loss of the season. Do y'all agree with that? Y'all let me know, because if the floor is yours tonight, this 30, 45 minutes, hour edition of LTHR. Solo says it was a bad loss. Jonathan said it was the worst loss of the season. I didn't see it. Okay, I was at Fertitta Center, Longhorns, Cougars, with Coach Schaefer, Vic Schaefer, I've known for a long time, in town with his Longhorns. Heck, I'm on almost his whole staff for years as well. So I was there for that. KDC says can't sugarcoat, was a bad loss. Revealed how thin the team really is. I know Jalen Green only scored 4 points. Solo says we can't shoot threes. KDC says Grizz are undermanned. They gave the Rockets a spanking. Once again, Jalen did not play in the fourth quarter. I saw, and I was just about timing in, Jamon. Thank you very much. I saw the first couple of minutes, play-by-play, and it was Grizzlies 15, what was it, 15-9 maybe? What did the Grizz jump out to? I know the first 5 buckets were threes, and Cool Hand Luke had 3 of those threes. I know that. I'm talking about Luke Kennard. And I was like, ooh, that's not a way to start the game. So, yeah, it was 15-7, then 15-9 after some DB free throws. But Memphis' first 5 buckets were threes. Luke Kennard hit 3 of those threes. The Grizz made 8 threes in the first quarter. The Rockets made 11 threes the whole game. Wow. Nate Hinton got some run in the first half. Provided energy, provided a spark. That's what Clifford does. That's what he's done his whole basketball career. And for those who don't know why I'm calling him Clifford, that is what Kellen Sampson, associate head coach at Houston, calls Nate. Refers to Nate. Well, some of us have referred to him as Clifford since Nate days at UH. I still call him Clifford. Heck, I talked to him after the game on Monday and call him Clifford. So, but Devrick, how are you doing? Oh, it's a great comment from Devrick. If the machine cooperates, Devrick says, are you going to do the eulogy on the Rockets? Well, we're doing it right now. X-ray, good perspective. Every loss is the worst loss. But Stephen agrees with Jonathan. Worst loss of the season. defense isn't going to win any games when you put lineups that go ice cold on offense. Putting Tate, and he's Steven is consistent now. This is his drum to beat right here. This sentence right here. Putting Tate and a man on the floor together is blasphemy. And neither one of them are good 3-point shooters. But for the game, final numbers, I think both teams had 6 players in double figures. Yeah. 4 Rockets scored 19. Dillon Brooks, Alp, Amin. Amin also had 12 rebounds and 6 assists and 2 steals and 1 block shot. Aaron Holiday scored 19 off the bench. Gee whiz, the Rockets had, 46 points off the bench, 19 from Aaron, 7 from Jay Sean, 10 from Uncle Jeff, and 10 from Nate Hinton. Wow. But Jalen Green, 22 minutes, 42 seconds, 2 for 7 from the floor, including 0 for 4 from 3. 3 boards, 3 assists, 1 block shot. He did have 0 turnovers. But Jalen Green scored 4 points and did not play in the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah. That's the numbers. DB did not play well. I know that much. Yeah, I heard that much. He didn't play well either. Yeah. This part of tonight's discussion. It's kind of doomed the chances of the Rockets in playing because I think the Rockets are now 4 games behind Warriors/Lakers in the loss column for the 10 spot. Rockets 24-30. Got 28 games left in the season. And my. I meant to type it up for a slide, but when they come back from the break, first game on the road at New Orleans. Friday, back-to-back, Phoenix. So Pels first, then the Suns. Then Sunday, OKC. That's a home game. Then Tuesday, on the road, OKC. So those 4 games, how many you got the Rockets winning out of those 4? That's a tough 4. And then Thursday, 5 games in 8 days. They go to Phoenix. So they got the Thunder twice, the Suns twice, and the Pelicans. Woo! Boy. They should have Fred back after the All-Star break. I don't know what to say about Tari Eason. I don't know. He's been a week away for like 2 weeks now. Solo says 0-4. What about the second game with the Suns? 0-5, 1-4. The Rockets could be really hopes of the play-in dead by end of February. It's in a matter of days. Steven chiming in. I'm all in for benching players who are not playing well. But Udoka does not keep that same energy, icing out Green the whole second half while he watches Brooks and Jabari play horrible is not it. Y'all agree with that? And let me also add, Jabari, 3 for 13 from the floor, 0 for 6 from 3, only 6 points. Dillon, 5 for 17 from the floor, 2 for 10 from 3. He did get 10 rebounds. But let's see. First half, DB was 2 for 7 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3. Jabari was 0 for 2 from 3 in the first half. Yeah. Fourth quarter, Dillon was 2 for 6 from 3. Jabari, fourth quarter for Jabari. Fourth quarter only. Fourth quarter. 0 for 6, including 0 for 3 from 3. No points in the fourth quarter for Jabari. Aaron Holiday scored 11 in the fourth. Perfect from the floor. 4 for 4 overall. 3 for 3 from 3. Yeah. Boy, boy, boy. All right. Going to talk about this. Put it up on the screen. J-Mon regarding the Rockets' first 5 games after the break. It depends on if Fred gets back, on how Ime changes the starting lineup. And there we go. Great segue. Great segue. And, that stat does lie. It is accurate, though. Well, no, it's not. Because in the end, Dillon Brooks was -1, had a plus minus of -1. Jabari is plus minus of -2. Jalen was -3. And Alp -6. And Amin -13. -13. Jeff Green had the only positive. Jeff Green and A. Hinton had the positives, plus minus. Uncle Jeff, +2, and Clifford, +13. But after the game, J-Mon says it's time to bench Jalen for Cam. And, of course, we're assuming Cam's ankle will be ready and healed after the break as well, that first game back. But Deverick, Love, Hinton, that's what he does. Nate plays hard. He played, he hustled, crashes to the to the stands for loose balls, dives on the floor, all that stuff. He's done that for years. That's what he does. Not been a great three-point shooter, not been a great outside shooter. Doesn't have great handles, but he plays hard, gets after defensively. But here we go. If you missed it, some of the quotes from Coach Udoka. This is my man, Jonathan Fagan, talking about the slow starts. It's been going on for a while now. As y'all all know, y'all watch the games. Y'all Rocket fans, y'all watch the games. Been that way for a while now, Udoka said. Maybe underestimated the competition, but came out like the softest team in the league. And Jonathan says, with that, he said he might need to reconsider his rotation and a starting lineup that has been unchanged unless by injuries all season. It's definitely a concern problem. Maybe I have to look at the rotation and the lineup I have out there starting and try to get 5 competitors on the court at one time to avoid poor starts like that. JB, salute to you as well. Thank you for the kind words. Coach Udoka continues. I will look at all of that over the break. Look in the mirror myself and figure out the best way to move forward to get us off to better starts. End quote. Jonathan writes, the Rockets have trailed by double digits in each of their past 6 road games, rallying to make 5 of those games close, but only demonstrating that they never should have fallen behind in the first place. They have trailed the Nets by 28, the Raptors by 22, and the Grizzlies by 23. I'm never really concerned with the offense and taking the right shots. Udoka said of pulling Green 6-14 into the second half. It's a lack of defending, not getting loose balls, rebounds, help side defense, all those little things. But it wasn't just him, referring to Jalen. It was quite a few others as well. I was just mix and matching, trying to find a group that had some juice, and we found that for a minute, couldn't sustain it. The effort part has nothing to, and this part The video of this is posted on the YouTube channel, Houston Roundball Review. The effort part has nothing to do with Fred not playing or not. You have to bring your own energy and competitiveness to the game. If you don't come out to compete on either end of the floor, it doesn't matter if Fred's out there or not. Effort, competitiveness, mentality we're talking about. You have to look in the mirror and kind of own up to that yourself. What are your thoughts on that? Thoughts on those words? Stevens X-Ray says that's ridiculous. Steven says, how can he say he's not concerned of the offense? Too many times the offense goes ice cold. Terrible offense takes effect into your defense when you don't see the ball go in on your side. I'm going to disagree with part of that, Steven. Only because my philosophy is just different. And I'm okay with that. I'm just different. I didn't, and I don't like players to allow shots not falling to affect your defense. I've thought that for a long, long time. Before Coach Sampson got to Houston, before Coach Udoka got here, obviously. Defense is constant. Making shots isn't. Effort should be constant. Respecting the game. I know I've said that a few times here on these shows. Respect the game. Respect the opponent all the time. I don't care about the record of the opponent. It's sad to me, and it happens. I understand that. It happens because, guys, players are human. They do look at the record. They do take teams for granted. It happens. Everybody does it at some point. But when you are under 500, I don't care if it's less than the opponent you're playing. You're under 500, you have no business taking someone for granted. You have a losing record. You need to come ready to play from the opening jump ball. These slow starts, I'm not sure. We can talk about it. Mo Beasley, how are you doing? Derek says, can I get it? And I'm in. Coach is preaching the truth. Time for a change. Preach Udoka. Mo Beasley says, keep sending the message of acceptance and accountability. Defense is mandatory. X-Ray says, but why not use the glass like Uncle Jeff? They throw the ball everywhere around the rim. Uncle Jeff has gone through a slump as well last few games. And he cannot play. He's not a youngster anymore. He cannot play a lot of minutes game in, game out. That's too much for him. Yeah, he's still in great shape and all that, but relying on Uncle Jeff to save the offense, that's not a good look. Okay. But changes to the starting five. I think we're pointing at y'all. Well, no, I'm not going to speak for y'all. My bad. Fred comes back healthy. First game after the break on next Thursday. The adductor's good, healed. No setbacks in practice. Fred starts at point guard. Who else do you want to start? The other four spots. Who else? Let's assume, and that's dangerous. Y'all know what happens when you assume. Make an ass out of you and an ass out of me. But everybody's healthy. Let's knock on that wood that you got with you and by you, your laptop, on your phone, whatever, your device as you're watching this show. Everyone's healthy. February 22nd, next Thursday. Who's your starting five? Type it up. Give me the comments here as one more time. Well, again, thank my man Byron Riley for his support. Go to his website. It's tax time, y'all. Get your stuff ready. ByronRileyCPA.com. Phone number 832-303-3995. Once again, visit the website ByronRileyCPA.com. Call 832-303-3995. Starting 5 next Thursday. Jamon, Fred, Cam, Dylan, Tari, Alpi. Solo, Fred, Cam, Dylan, Jabari, Alpi. X-Ray, Doug. And this goes back to Stone being a trash GM. We don't have anyone. He won't waive anybody nor buy in a player. Give me your starting 5, X-Ray. With the good news, thinking positive. I don't think it's going to happen now, especially not about Tari, but who knows? Thinking positive. Everybody's healthy. Give me your starting 5, X-Ray. Steven says, Fred, Cam, Tari, Jabari, Shingu, no DB. I know Dylan would cause a scene if they told him he would come off the bench. He might surprise folks. Who knows? JB would like to see Fred, Cam, Dylan, Jabari, Shingun. He would take Fred, Amen. That's interesting. Amen, Dylan, Jabari, Shingun. But he really wants Fred, Cam, Amen, Tari, and Shingun. That's interesting. Fred, Cam, Amen, Tari, and Shingun. Mo Beasy says, keep the same lineup with Fred and see where it goes. Give Jalen a chance to redeem himself for a couple quarters at the least. KDC with a joke, but I get the intent of it. Holiday, Bullock, Hinton, Tate, and Boban. Fred from X-Ray. Fred, Amin, Dylan, Tari, and Alpi. Deverick. Fred, Amin, Cam, Jabari, and Alpi. Okay. All right, let me see here. The only person, am I wrong? The only person who wants Jalen to start is Mo Beasy, I think. Right? I think that's right so far. Everybody else had Jalen coming off the bench. We shall see. I think change is coming. It's an interesting point from Jamon. I wonder if Stone would object to Udoka removing Green from the starting 5. Possibly need to talk about it. They need to figure it out. Fred, Tari, Brooks, Jabari, Shingun with Cam and Green both coming in together off the bench. Just not. All right. I know what I said about assuming everyone's healthy. I'm bending it a little because this will be the first game after the All-Star break. His first game in a while. Tari ain't starting. Okay? Tari, not on the 22nd. His last game, when was his last game? It was weeks ago. He won't start next Thursday. Even if assuming he's cleared to play and all that, they're not going to put him in the lineup next Thursday. Now, weeks 2 ago, he might start, but not next Thursday. Okay, so I'm thinking positive that he's healthy and clear to play, but he won't start. They're not going to start him just right off the bat. They're not going to do that. But yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I have to look up and the log and stuff. But it's weeks. It's been weeks. Asleep Art, thank you for chiming in. If it were true competition on the team, the starting lineup would have been rotating since the beginning of the season. Well, he did kind of hint at that during training camp and stuff. Nothing, nothing is earned. You got to earn it. So, Tari side, all of y'all want Jalen to not start next Thursday. Agreed? We agree on that. Do not start Jalen Green next Thursday. And reminder, if you missed, was it Saturday show, the February 10th show, I put it out there. Don't be surprised if the Rockets renew the trade talks this summer involving Jalen Green. I put it out there. Okay. So once again, if you did not see that show, this is your first time hearing it, but it's not my first time saying it. Don't be surprised when the Rockets resume, continue trade talks involving young Mr. Jalen Green this summer. So, are y'all okay with that? Y'all good with that? Is that still too soon? Is this summer too soon to consider trading Jalen Green? What do you think? 28 games left this regular season. Clearly, this is a key question. I wonder myself. I have not given up on Jalen just yet. But if a team's going to make a great offer, you got to consider it. Got to do it. And here's the issue. The Rockets don't want to pay a 6-man starting salary. If Jalen comes off the bench, yeah. And we can talk about this more and more future shows, especially in the off season. But what would be a good trade for Jalen Green? Jamon, it would have been nice to have traded Jalen before the deadline. Now you have to bench him. His trade value decreases even further. That's a good point. The rumblings. How could I say this? The rumblings that the Rockets weren't close to trading Jalen by last Thursday. They were not close as some folks say. They had considered some things, but the offers in return, it wasn't going to happen. Last Thursday, by the deadline. Come summertime, better offers. Teams will bet on potential of him getting better. Change of scenery. We can help him be better and regain his form, his confidence, whatever you want to say, how you want to spin it. Jamon says you got to package Green with a first-round pick for another team to trade a player of value for him. Solo as because we would only trade Jalen for a superstar in his prime. And this is where I'm trying to say Asleep R said it better. There wasn't anything out there for a trade deadline. There wasn't. That, like I said, that Bridges stuff, no. That wasn't. Me and some colleagues kind of kicked it around and we disagreed about it. They were more in favor of that trade for Mikal Bridges than I was. I don't think it make was much of an upgrade. They did. But summertime might be different. Rationale might be different. Derrick, Holiday, you know, Aaron's played well last few games. He went through a rough patch there for a while too. And of course, the Nets do stink. And did the Nets lose by 50 last night? Isn't that right? Boston put a 50 point, was it 136-86 on them last night? Mo Beasley says British isn't all that. Be honest, I agree. Young players can be good or below average. Problem is the bad ones can hide behind potential. X-Ray says we need a shooting coach really bad. Is Lopez still available? No. I think Robin might be. No. Correct cuts. How are you doing? So yeah, these have been are being kicked around. Trae Young, Hawks, Lakers have been considered possible destination. Zion, maybe the Pelicans deal him in the offseason. All right, let's just go with those two. Let's go with Trae. You know, the Rockets are not a Rich Paul. Do the Rockets have any Rich Paul clients? You know, the Lakers are basically Rich Paul, basically clutch. That's what they all are. I mean, you know, would y'all want Trae Young instead of Jalen Green? This is weird. There we go. All right, let's see. KDC's comment. Put this up from JB right here. How many young players to develop is too many? I think the Rockets right on that cusp. Weaver did, yes, has already cut bait on his crop of draftees. Yeah. So KDC said Jalen is likely next to be dismissed. And, you know, some media, some fans say it. That's right. Fred is a Rich Paul guy. That's right. Smart. Y'all are smart. Let me give y'all all a salute for that one. Salute, salute, salute to everyone. So y'all are correct. Little bell for correct, as well as, of course, see, correct cuts. you you say heavens no. JB says yes. Mo Beezy says he's good with it. I'm just making conversation. I don't think Trae Young will come here, be traded here. No, not at all. But I'm just tossing it out there. So just, you know, sparking up conversation. So correct cut says no, 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 no to that one. Hell no. But yeah, what would Fred do? You know, I mean, yeah, that'd be kind of strange there. But and I'll say this: Jaylen Brown. I'll put that out there. Boston Celtics. What package would you want to put together to get Jaylen Brown here? How about that one? Correct cuts. Is that better? That makes more sense position wise, fit wise. How about that one? What do you think about that? What package would you put together to get Jaylen Brown to be a Rocket? Just putting it out there. See, Deverick, Ice Trey need to stay in the freezer. Jaylen Brown is a Udoka guy. I knew somebody was going to bring it up. About Isaiah Stewart beef stew. That's horrible. Young fella, I'm not going to spend too much time on this about him and the punch. He cannot control his temper. And when I read about it and who it involved, Drew Eubanks, I remember the run in back in November when they played in Detroit, when the Suns were in town in Detroit, and they were talking junk and had, whatever. That was in November. Isaiah Stewart holding a grudge from November. I mean, come on, man. He's not even playing. He's been out with an ankle injury. Made the trip. Now it makes you wonder if he made the trip to be with the team, his teammates, because I'm not sure he was on the first part of the trip. I might be wrong on that because this was a 5-game road trip. I don't know if he was there last week when they were in Sacramento and Portland. He might have been. But now I'm wondering if he was just there to be in Phoenix to go confront Drew Eubanks. Come on, man. That's selfish. You're not above the team. Come on. Come on, man. And the headline, Pistons player Isaiah Stewart was arrested. That's a horrible look, man. That's just a horrible look. I mean, come on. Horrible, man. Horrible. Jaylen Brown, Rockets ain't got enough pieces or money to get. What y'all talking about, man? Jaylen Brown, what is it, $50 million a year? Pieces can fit. You can add up players to get to that money. And Jaylen Brown is an Ime Udoka player. But I mean, come on, man. And this is it, right? Bottom line. Got to be smarter. This man held a grudge since November. It's mid-February. To confront Eubanks and throw a punch. And then apparently the punch, according to Shams and reports that were told to him, Drew didn't even flinch. Took the punch to his jaw or to his mouth. We need Terry to chime in. Those dudes from down under. Man. Come on, man. Ain't about you, man. You ain't even playing. You're not even playing. And now you are in the news for that foolishness. Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, Damon, this is not happening. I'd be shocked, beyond shocked if that happens. Rockets go pursue James Harden. Hell no. Anything's possible. Hell no. No. Oh my gosh. Come on, Isaiah. Gee whiz, man. But back to the Rockets. All-Star break is upon us. I'm not going to spend too much time. No. No, JB. No. No. And I'll say this. I'll say this. It's a different time. And some fans will disagree with this. I mean, as far as I know, I don't recall any of the bad boys being arrested for throwing a punch at an opponent in a practice. Hell, I remember Isaiah hitting Bill Laimbeer a couple times. I remember that. That's teammates. But you didn't hear about things like that back in the day until after the fact. I mean, heck, I saw some things over at West Side that never got public. That was a long, long time ago. And then some reporter messed it up, put it in print, and they cut all our access off because of that dumbass stuff. But okay, how bad is Cam's injury? Correct cuts. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Based on what we've been told, it's not serious. But hell, they've been saying that about Tari's leg injury for a long, long time. He hasn't played a long time. But I don't believe Cam's injury is that bad, that serious. And really, I said about Fred last week, last couple of shows. What's the point in playing Fred or Cam the last game before the All-Star break? Use it, sit out one more game, get healthy over this break, and be ready for next Thursday. So hopefully that will be the case for all of them. But I've said it for a while now. The Rockets have not said it and probably won't ever say it. But it sure seems like Tari's injury became a stress fracture as opposed to that stress reaction that they thought they caught early enough back in, what was it, October? So, but, we'll see. Y'all are good with the Rockets. Well, I think all of y'all, most of y'all, are good with the Rockets not starting Jalen Green once basically the third of the NBA season starts next Thursday for the Rockets. And again, Thursday on the road against the Pelicans. Friday, home against the Suns. Sunday, home against OKC. Tuesday, on the road against OKC. Thursday, on the road against Phoenix. That's a rough start right there. And then, let's see. And then after the game in Phoenix, if the calendar is correct, they don't have a game. That seems kind of strange. Let's see. March 2nd. Oh my gosh, they have 2 in Phoenix. Oh. So yeah, let me see. Let me make sure I read this correctly. So yes, leap year, leap day. February 29th, the Rockets are in Phoenix. And then they stay there and face the Suns again on March 2nd. So they got the Suns 3 times right after the All-Star break. Woo. Boy. So the Suns 3 times, the Pels once, and OKC twice. What's that? That's 6 games. How many of those 6 do y'all think the Rockets will win? Boy. Goodness gracious. Rockets are 24-30. 6 games under 500. 4 games in the loss column behind Golden State and the Lakers for that 10th spot in the play-in. Sure looks like 10th spot, that play-in spot's going further and further out of the Rockets' reach. But these next 6 games will be a great indicator of their chances for that play-in spot because they can go 2-4 or worse. And we can start talking about March Madness and the college basketball and the draft. Correct cut says 2-4 the next 6. Mo Beasley being positive. 3-3. And even going 3-3, you're still, after those 6 games under 500. 27-33. You're probably not gaining ground on Lakers or the Warriors. And X-Ray brings up a good point. These games the Rockets have lost lately against teams supposedly inferior to them come back to bite them in the butt now. Reed Sheppard from Kentucky. Jaymon, see, Jaymon's giving up. He said it. Jaymon's a positive person. He said the play-in dream is dead. But Reed Sheppard out of Kentucky, he can shoot. He sure can shoot. He's more than just a shooter. Solo, where would he fit on the Rockets, in your opinion? In terms of rotation, consistent minutes, where would he fit in these final moments here of this edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets, sponsored by Byron Riley CPA? Blizzard Man, how are you doing? Are you saying nah to Reed Sheppard? An insect flying in here. Wow. Are you saying nah to the play-in dream being dead, or what? Chime in with that. Add to your thoughts. X-Ray says if we use that pick, wants another big. Ooh, here we go. Sola says Reed can come off the bench instead of Holiday. All right. Correct cuts. Will Jalen want more money than Reeves? Oh, yep. Contract extension next season? Yes, I think so. JB asks, will we improve by trade? Well, that's the plan. That's the hope. That's the hope. Let me say that. That's the hope. And yeah, we're probably going to have to change our point of discussion and get off the play-in discussion and talk about off-season improvements and looking at draft picks and players to watch in the tournament and things of that sort. Yeah. These next 6 games after the break are going to tell a lot about the Rockets. All right. Blizzard Man says, no, the dream's still alive. Play-in dream is still alive. All right. Mobeezy says Reed will come off the bench with Amen, Cam, Tari, and Adams. Okay, well, you don't want Cam starting? Oh, yes, right. You want Jalen, give Jalen more time to see if he can improve and be more consistent. Steven says he misses Fred and Şengün in pick and roll action. Nobody else can utilize Şengün in the pick and roll. And I was great at pick and roll, boy, in the park. I was the man in pick and roll. Didn't matter who my teammate was. I could make it work. More money for his first step. We will have Adam next year. Yeah, that's the plan. Logic says Rockets will make a push when Tari comes back from an injury, assuming that he will. We think he will, but he hasn't yet. And let me say this and close it out with this. About the Knicks protests, and the Knicks are protesting it based on the misapplication of a rule. I was in the room. This is some info for y'all and folks who watch this after the fact. With the Knicks, 3 of the Knicks beat writers who made the trip. They came into where I was sitting working on ironically, Aaron Holiday clip, short. And got on the call with referee Ed Malloy to ask him about the foul called on Jalen Brunson. So I was right there, like 2 tables from everybody. So I heard the discussion. I heard it, I wasn't really listening. I heard it. But when I heard Ed Malloy say, after looking at the replay after the game, we determined that it was an incorrect foul call on Jalen Brunson. And I was like, what? What? And then the Knicks beat writers talked to the NBA and said they're waiting for the league to release the statement. So we're going to hold off on it, blah, 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 blah. So we're like, okay, good, no problem. And damn it, we're waiting for the league to put it out there. Shams posted quotes from Ed Malloy while we're waiting for the league to make it official. Trying to do the right thing, and some folks just say, no, I'm going to beat y'all to it. A punch, man. All right, well, because I went back into the other room, talked to one of the beat writers. So wait on the league to post the comments. Yeah, okay. I was like, so I left. I headed to the house. And then while I'm in my car, here's the comment, the tweet, the post from Sean. I was like, well, damn. All right. Wrap it up with this from Blizzard Man. Do I think Donovan Mitchell would be a good fit in Houston? Yeah. I'm not sure he'd want to be traded to Houston, though. My colleague in Ohio, Willie Gibson, said Donovan's not going anywhere. The Lakers is the scuttlebutt and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not sure. I mean, it'd be up to Rafael to make Cleveland a hell of an offer. Donovan's strong, but he's not actually a tall guard. But he's a hell of a guard, hell of a player. Draymond says the NBA should grant the request to play out the OT game. They could cut another streaming deal to broadcast it. Would be another interesting element to the season in addition to the in-season tourney. And keep in mind, as far as I know, and I think it's unlikely, but if they did agree with the Knicks and grant the overtime, no players who did not play in that game could play in overtime. So whoever played in that game and had not fouled out the rosters would be the same. So even if Fred were healthy and Tari and all, were healthy at that point, based on the roster for that game, that'd be the guys who play in overtime. All right. But so, I doubt it. Knicks trying to get it on technicality about the misapplication of the rule, et cetera. And, Emma always even asked about the play at the end of the first half and all of that stuff. So it was just cool to be part of that whole teleconference. Things you learn being in the room. And ironically, most of my colleagues had left, or were in another room. So it was me and 3 other Knicks beat writers. Go figure. All right, everybody. Enjoy the All-Star festivities, All-Star events, 3-point, the skills, slam dunk. I'm not going to do that. Take some time off. I'll keep up with the Cougs on Saturday. They got a game on Saturday against Texas. High noon on CBS. Then Monday against Iowa State, both games at home. That game started now at 8 instead of 6. But the WK, Correct Cut, Steven, Jamon, Mo Beasy, X-Ray, Solo. I'm missing somebody. JB. Who else? KDC, Deverick. All the members of the LTHR family. And yes, you are correct. So I don't know if y'all want to watch it or not because of it's only Jabari in the events. Y'all may not watch it at all. I mean, it's up to y'all. I'll be doing Cougar stuff and relaxing. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. So enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the hoops events. If you're going to watch the Steph Curry, Sabrina Ionescu 3-point challenge, it's on you. If you're going to watch the slam dunk competition, that's on you. You know, who knows? Hey, whatever. I might spend some time with some friends. Just take some time to chill a little bit and get back at it. Try to get this money and get these sponsorships for everything for the tournament and Big 12 and all that good stuff. So everybody take care. One more time. Salute to Byron Riley, CPA.com. As always, give him a call, 832-303-3995. If you want to advertise on other shows, my clips on my YouTube shorts, my clips on Instagram, TikTok, etc. They get sometimes some of those get more views than my YouTube videos. Email me at kgardner@thehrr.com. Once again, email me kgardner@thehrr.com. Thank you, everybody. One more time. Spread the word about the Houston Roundball Review. Spread the word about this channel. Spread the word about this show. It's great. It's gratifying. I'm at Rocket games now. Folks come up to me and say, KG, Kris, man, I love your show. Thank you for what you're doing. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Spread the word, get you a mug. Be like, join me and Terry in enjoying your favorite beverage during the show. Click on that shop button as always, posting those as well. But always, this is for you, X-Ray. This is for you. X-Ray says, play in. Seems like it. Seems like it. But always remember, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Y'all take care. Over.